Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Rewind and Replay. I'm Matan.
I'm Adriana.
I'm Caitlin.
And I'm Josh.
And today we are playing Glitter Hearts. Adriana, tell us about Glitter Hearts.
Yes, so for all the tabletop games we've been doing, with the exception when we have a very lovely guest game master, they're usually GM-less. You know, it's like co-op, like Behind the Magic, we all took turns. But today, I'm going to actually GM these fools. They've all been in a game with me before. We're going to have a ton of fun. If you don't know what Glitter Hearts is, Glitter Hearts is an action-packed RPG in a fun-filled world of everyday people who transform into powerful superheroes that fight off the forces of evil. Our characters will try to find the balance between their everyday life needs and heeding the call to save the world. Normally, if you've been here before, if you've seen us, we create our characters with you guys on the fly, all improv, but this is a little bit more traditional tabletop, so we've done it already. But usually there are three things you get to pick: your everyday identity, which is who you are when you aren't your heroic alter ego. So like, you know, think like Hannah Montana vibes. Your magical archetype, what type of hero you are: a warrior, witch, idol, defender, or tactician. And then your mystical connection, which is the element or the emotion that you draw your power from. And, you know, Glitter Hearts, it's very, you know, it gives the magical girls show kind of vibe, but you can set it in any time, place, or world that you can imagine, which will be revealed shortly when I start setting the scene. We're definitely not going that way. All you need at home to play is 3 to 6 people, a pair of 6-sided dice, and a few hours. Glitter Hearts' player guidelines are to be active, do what your character would do, create an awesome story, and respect the other players and the GM. As per usual, we have our safe words: pause, stop, rewind. If we hit any points where barriers have been crossed or we're just unhappy with the story is going, we want to retcon, whatever. Yeah. So,
Great.
we feel good?
Oh, yeah.
Heck yeah.
Oh yeah. If you're watching this on YouTube, which I guess is the only place we published, my person is lurking in the background like a weirdo. You may also see the occasional dog from me or Caitlin. So watch out. So now we start your journey through Glitter Hearts. You all live in Warthford, a small town in New England, which was once a growing town on the rise to a better future, but is now a mere distant memory of better times. The wind in the trees and the creaking of wood are the new dominant sounds in a once lively community rich in joy and simple pleasures. The once busy road that led to Warthford is still somewhat discernible, despite the many cracks and holes given to it by the elements. Gardens have grown beyond their artificial borders and have claimed parts of the sparse streets and houses. On the outskirts of Warthford, doors are boarded up tightly and show some signs of painted symbols with meanings known to only those who put them there, but whoever put them there are long gone. Broken cars and rusty pieces of metal litter some of the larger driveways, stripped from all but their most useless parts. From the edges of the forest encircling Warthford emits an almost constant fog, occasionally lit by the lighthouse on the opposite side of town near a small cape. No one in town tends the lighthouse in particular, as it stands mostly a broken pillar and the perfect spot for nesting birds. Yet, without fail, light occasionally shines throughout the night. As folks slowly gave up the prospect of turning the town around, Warthford decayed from the outside in and started sinking towards the center. You three live in what makes up the current day Warthford, a now small community settled in the remains of colonial homes, refurbished along with the decades. The town consists of about 3,000 people, thriving mostly on fishing, as no one dares to skirt near the forest unless leaving the town in the safety of a car. The local education system sees very few students, leading to the combined Warthford elementary/middle/high school, with about 700 students in some. The population has been dwindling ever since the economic collapse of Warthford, and most tend to leave home. Yet, the three of you feel an odd kinship for your hometown. Being juniors in high school, you three have become friends through the very small field show band in your school. The band plays for school assemblies and local sports, although competitions in Warthford are few and far between. Would you all introduce your characters and their everyday identities?
All right, I'll go first. So my character is Rowan. She is this small, kind of like mousy, nervous girl. She's got this long purple, really pretty hair. It's like super curly, but she always kind of hides behind it. She's super smart. She is the savant of the group. So, which is her mind is capable of amazing things, but your intelligence has made you feel like an outsider and oddity, especially when you make a leap of logic that others can't seem to grasp. So she's really smart, but she always kind of feels like an outsider and isn't always sure of herself. She's very like nervous, and she only really has like a couple friends, but they're like really good friends.
Cool. Who's next?
I'll go. My name is Troy, and I am the drum major of our small little band here. It's always a cop-out, but I like to not really describe what my person looks like, because I want people to just kind of imagine him as he is. He does go by he, him, and he is just, a clown, kind of a little goofball, and you could say he's pretty lucky.
Little goofball, like a short goofball?
No,
A short
I
king?
I think again, that's something people can imagine for themselves.
Yeah, we'll have to figure out if he has short energy or tall energy.
Yeah. I forgot to add to mine. Rowan is in color guard, and she's on like the saber line.
Mm.
Bad nerds.
Oh, if you don't know what a saber is, it's like the thing they toss that looks like a sword. So
There are like 4 people on that because your school is like small.
Right.
we have
the
one
best
saber,
one.
one rifle, one flag.
Yeah, and like 2 of them are like 7 because it's elementary through high school.
Wow.
Yep.
Yeah. And my character's name is Dinah. She is the popular one. So everybody loves her. She is well liked by classmates and teachers alike. She is very kind, she at least to people's faces. Behind their back, who knows? But very, very, very few people bear her any ill will. She is a charmer to the max.
What does she do in band?
She plays the mellophone.
Cool. All right. So during the last band bus trip out of town, to one of the other small towns nearby, for last year, your sophomore year, the 3 of you had fallen asleep while other people, sang songs, played games. But you all had the same dream, oddly enough. Or was it really a dream? You found yourselves floating in the ether, watching your own bodies as they slept. After a few moments, you heard whispering, and when you turned around, you saw the other 2 of your bandmates and their sleeping forms. You all took a moment to take in the situation and its deadly silence. From the nothingness appeared a mystical figure far, far away. As it slowly approached, keeping you in intense anticipation, you began to make out its shape. That of the town's founder, John C. Warthford. Familiar to you because of his massive statue on Main Street, Mr. Warthford clapped his hands and you found yourselves transformed. His last words to you all were, "There is no exquisite beauty without some strangeness in proportion." Would you all describe your magical hero form and your mystical connection?
We can just go in the same order.
Yeah.
So my hero name is Auxiliary. I use my saber to transform, and my mystical connection is air. And in my hero form, I have on this like body tight suit that is like, what is it? I'm blanking on what it is.
Do you hold the saber after you've transformed?
Yeah, it turns into a sword.
Aren't you like the one saber person in the town?
They'll never know. They'll never know.
We'll never know.
No, I just turned into a sword. No one will
Okay,
know.
okay. Anybody could have a sword.
Yeah,
Yeah.
anyone could have a sword. Oh my gosh. Okay, it's a skin tight black suit lined with glowing purple, and there's a cape that's purple on the outside, and then the inside is like covered with math equations.
Cute, cute.
When Troy transforms into his magical form, I am the archetype the warrior with an accessory weapon, and in this case it is Troy's mace, drum major mace. And his costume is very much just, I mean, he's not trying to hide it. It's very much just a marching band outfit. And
Okay.
it has the shako with the plumes and everything, and but like it's not like the schools in any way. It has like nice, like it's a red and white, but it has nice golden epaulets and a lot of gold accent, but red is the main color here.
I'd like to ask also, what kind of mace are you talking about?
So drum majors tend to have these, like, they're like 4 foot long, basically sticks. You've seen them in like movies and stuff. It's
Okay.
like it's the person in the front of the band that has that like mace. It's called a mace, and they do tricks with it.
Gotcha.
So a lot of flourishing, throwing it up in the air, and in this case, using it as a weapon.
Gotcha.
No, and just
Gotcha.
another stick like Rowan's. Wow,
Yeah.
just stick and stick.
Gotcha.
My stick is a little bit different because, you know, it's like corded. It has cords on it and little tassels.
Yeah, you're
and-
fancy. Whatever.
Yeah.
The technique is different on how we talk.
Technique's different.
Yeah.
For sure.
My transformation item is not a stick. My transformation item is a pair of red gloves that I slide on as I transform.
Ooh.
My hero name is Divine. Dinah wears like an outfit sort of lately inspired by Supergirl's costume in the later seasons, where it's not like it's pants. It's not a skirt, it's not a dress. You know, but it's like a bodysuit, kind of like Caitlyn's, but I wouldn't say it's like skin tight.
It's like a disco pantsuit.
Sure. She needs some mobility. Yes. She's got a little bit of it's a little bit looser. And it's mostly red as well, and
So we've got reds.
and she has
purple.
a domino mask, the sort of the eyes.
Yeah.
Cute.
Yeah.
All right. Now we come to an important decision that Matana was kind of ribbing the other two about. Every group of magical beings, you
Oh,
guys.
I'm sorry, I forgot to mention my mystical connection. That's light.
Oh, I did too. Mine is fear.
I forgot my magical archetype, and mine is the tactician. Okay,
Yeah.
so my character's name is Rowan. She is the savant for her everyday identity. Her hero name is auxiliary. Her magical archetype is the tactician, and her mystical connection is air.
Troy is my everyday name. My everyday identity is the clown, with the fool's luck. My magical archetype is the warrior, in which their name is Flourish, and I will add also goes by he, they at that point, so he or they, because the once you're in your marching band outfit, you can't see anything. And then the mystical connection is fear, which is fight or flight, in which I have chosen fight.
My name is Dinah. My everyday identity is the popular one. My magical archetype is the idol, and my mystical connection is with light.
Cool. All right. So now we have a big choice that some of you got ribbed about, especially Troy. Dang, gosh darn. Every magical being switch between, your normal self and your magical self. While your stats stay the same in both forms, every transformation does have a drawback. As a group, you three have to pick one of the following options as your drawback. So 1, you must have your mystic item to transform. 2, the transformation process is very noticeable and will attract attention if you're not careful. 3, the transformation process takes a few minutes. There are a lot of details to get right. Or 4, Your final form looks exactly like you, and there is no keeping that a secret.
Well, I know which one Troy wants.
It doesn't matter to me, truthfully.
Okay. I mean,
don't we all have the first one? We have a magical item that.
Well, you don't. So the thing is that you don't necessarily need to have it on you unless we want to choose it to be.
I thought that's what we had chosen.
Yeah, mine is the only one that is like actually part of my magical archetype.
Well, then I'm fine with taking that. Yeah, I'm fine with taking that one because mine's the easiest to transport.
Right. So I'm just saying, so like we could just pretend you always have it with you, like it's your item, or we could make it like the mechanical drawback. Or we could pick something else. Right. Mechanical drawback.
I would be choosing a different item because they would be two different things.
Okay, so then let's not do that one. So sorry, Adriana, can you read the other ones again?
Yes. So the transformation process is noticeable and it's going to attract attention if you're not careful. So like, whereas in other, magical girl series, like it's like time stops and you transform in like a pocket of space.
Right.
But this is, you're transforming like on the planet. People can like see you.
They do.
Yeah,
like the art day goes on.
You're shape shifting.
Yeah.
People are watching. Yeah, is the idea. Or number 3, the transformation process takes a few minutes, so you can't just, we don't stop time and it's a 6-second round and now you're another person. Like you have to wait 5 minutes. So if anyone's like in immediate danger, it might take you a minute, right?
Right.
Or number 4, the classic Troy / Flourish. You look the same in both. Anyone who sees you will recognize you as your everyday identity.
So that one sounds pretty bad to me. So I kind of think maybe we should do the one where it attracts attention.
Perfect.
Do it.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So there's going to be a lot of running into bathrooms.
Right. Right.
Cool. I like it. And then so the rule book for Glitter Hearts is like insanely long.
Yeah.
But because it is a powered by the apocalypse system, which is they do a lot of things like masks and monster of the week, and they're fantastic. But I think one of the more important rules I just want to remind you guys about, so they all have basic moves that they can do, and these are like mechanical situations. 10 plus is usually a success. 7 to 9 is a mixed success, and a 6 or less is a failure. They'll get an experience point, and after 6 experience points, they get like a cool bonus that they can pick from. But I think one of the really cool rules is once per session, for your mystical creature, the team can consult your mystical creature, which is the form of the town founder, about your current situation. So this is just a chance roll. No stats are added. You're just going to roll 2d6, and you can ask them a question, ask for advice, kind of whatever. And depending what you roll, things will occur.
Oh.
Yeah. Do we have any other questions on rules? Some of our characters have like physical weapons, like the sword. Some have like mind weapons. So like that's stuff that you, the audience, you don't necessarily need to know. But you, the players, do you have any questions or?
I think I'm just. Sorry, go ahead, Josh. I was going to say I think I'm ready.
That our companion is John C. Warthford.
Yeah.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Which absolutely looks just like John C. Reilly and sounds like John C. Reilly.
John C. Reilly, I like that. Yeah.
Down.
He's John C. Reilly's ancestor.
Uh-huh. Yeah. All right. So now we pick up in the present day. So a lazy summer passed between your first transformation and the start of your junior year. Right now, you all sit in band practice, and you haven't really spoken to each other since the events on the bus. Your band instructor, Miss Connor, better known to her students as Nina, leads the class through a series of warm-ups and lays out the schedule for the semester, all the trips you're taking, when performances are, that kind of thing. Nothing eventful happens. You see a couple new faces as like some freshmen have decided to join. And practice ends. You all meander towards the parking lot. Some students, they like to hang out after school. Others drive home, and many just end up walking home together as the town isn't really very large. So all 3 of you are immediately surprised by a very strong gust of wind. When you turn around, looking about the area, you notice something off about the gym. The school in general, like the rest of town, is a bit run down. It's neither good nor bad, really. It's functional. But the gray brick of the gym stands stark against something new. Words in a bright red color. It reads, "The British are coming."
Cool. I like this.
Yeah, that's what happens. What would all three of you are kind of turned around by the wind. What would you like to do?
I want to go up and investigate it. I want to go like take a look at the paint and see if it seems fresh and if it seems like blood or something.
Yeah.
I was just about to work up the courage to say hello to my friends that I haven't heard from all summer, and then Dinah just kind of walks away. I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm still standing next to you. I kind of just read it. I'm like, the British are coming?
I don't know.
Okay, so Dina, which is it?
Dinah.
Dinah Lance. Yes. Okay, so Dinah. I think what would fit best for the situation, for basic moves, you can do glimpse the truth or maybe be vigilant, whatever you prefer. Probably glimpse the truth.
Yeah, I think that's a good call. Okay. And I have, so it's roll mental. My mental is -1.
Eee!
So let's see. That is, oh wow, good roll. So that's a total of 9.
Oh wow. Minus the 1?
That's including -1. Yeah, I rolled a 10.
Nice.
So that's going to be hold 1.
Okay, so so the mechanics of this, ask me one of the questions on our list.
One of the questions on the list. Let's see. What new and useful information can I gather?
New and useful.
I'm thinking like, is the paint new or old? Is it blood?
All right, so you're not very, you're not very mentally intelligent, but you've got other strong suits, right? So you go up and you actually touch it, you investigate it, and it's not there. Like, it doesn't feel like it's there, like physically, actually. And you don't think anyone or anything painted it necessarily. It's just something you were seeing. And as you do that, you do see like a few other band members who, were a little late leaving class, or they had a question to ask Miss Connor. They're like looking at you like, weird, what are they doing? And you surmise they probably don't see it.
So I look around, and I guess I look back to Rowan and Troy, and I beckon them over.
Hey, now he wants to talk, or she wants to talk. Let's go.
Yeah.
Do you guys see this?
The British are coming?
Yes.
Yes.
Hey,
yes,
hey, Jim. Hey, Jim. Yeah, Jim.
And you see Jim is like this tall, lanky kid who plays some sort of wind instrument. He's like with a bunch of other like nerdy boys looking. And he's just like carrying his backpack and like
plays
his
the
lunchbox.
saxophone, to be specific.
Yeah. Hey, Jim, what do you see here?
Hi, Dinah. It's wow. The wall. Am I supposed to? Is there?
No, it's fine, Jim. See you later.
Okay, bye. And then he goes back to his friend. Like, you hear him like, oh my god, Dinah.
Jim, work on your about face, please. Go home and work on your about face.
He turns around. And he's like,
yeah. What? Do you guys have any idea what this is about?
Well, apparently it's magical in nature. If only we can see it.
And apparently the British are coming.
That's already happened. That doesn't make any sense to me.
Yeah. I mean, the British could come again, I guess.
Having grown up in New England, you're very familiar. You've heard like Revolution history like 100 times in school.
Right.
Speaking of, this is my New England dialect because I didn't prepare one.
It's fine.
This is gonna pretend.
Yeah. Well, why do you think only the 3 of us can see it?
I mean, we're magical and everyone else is.
We had a dream together.
We did.
Do you remember when
you
we
know,
slept
that-
together?
Yeah, I suppose, but
Which one?
Yeah, I guess that makes sense.
We have to understand what this means, though. Are there any other clues? Is there an arrow pointing to the next place to look? Is there a treasure map?
Yeah,
Yeah, go ahead.
roll me a glimpse of the truth.
Is there
Or do
light
something else.
suspiciously shining on a certain path?
Right.
Oh, that's kind of a bad roll. I got an 8.
Okay.
Hey, I got an experience point.
Hey! Yeah, so Troy is like looking like really close at the wall, like too close. Like it's like a granular level. And you don't really you don't see anything. And honestly, like you're just like, this is just like some weird shenanigans. Like you're not actually that interested in it anymore. Like it's probably nothing. Like, you know, your friends are maybe overreacting. It seems fine. And then Rowan, you rolled an 8, so you get to hold 1, so you can ask me a question from the list.
What's the most useful thing here?
And can I have it? JK.
How useful. This is horrible because it's an intangible thing.
Yeah, but like useful piece of information is more what I was going for.
Sure.
Bend those rules, Caitlin. Yeah.
Yeah, bend those rules. You can piece together, right? Like the idea of the British coming is like impending danger. And you feel like that's an important message. You don't know who sent the message, if it's a warning, if it's a threat, but you feel like on alert now.
I'm gonna be perfectly honest with the both of you. I don't remember where the British came from, but wherever that is, we should probably go check it out.
They came from Britland.
England?
Troy. England.
Britland?
I said Troy.
Britland.
England, I said Troy.
Oh my god. So you want us to go to England? We literally live in New England.
No. Where did they when this guy on a horse ran around screaming this, where were the British coming from?
They were coming from, it was won by land.
Two, if I see.
And there were two.
Then
it was sea.
Let's go to the ocean.
Let's go to the ocean. Yeah.
Yeah, so you can walk like 40 minutes across town to the little cape of your small town, and you see what you usually see, right? Fishing boats, little fishing shacks. You're all into seafood here. There's not a lot of pure meat. There's some chicken, but fish is where it's at.
I love a lobster roll. Absolutely.
Yeah.
In fact, Troy will go get a lobster roll.
Sure.
From like the local dive
Anywhere.
shack.
It doesn't matter.
He grabs a lobster out of the water and throws it on a piece of bread he had in his backpack.
Yeah, you know how like shows like Riverdale have like, like the diner, right?
Yeah.
Like everyone hangs out at. It's the dive shack, right?
Okay.
And it's right by the waterfront. It smells a lot like fish, which to me smells horrible. Yeah, cheap, good grub.
So we cut to this scene, and I have a lobster roll. I don't know if you.
You're just sitting, looking like out the ocean. Yeah.
I'm like, Troy, is that good?
Oh, have you never? How did you just move here? Of course it's good. It's a lobster roll.
I've never tried one.
Here, eat.
Okay. That's pretty good.
Her face swells up. She chokes. She can't breathe.
She starts having a look.
Roll me for allergies.
It's okay. I found an EpiPen.
Yeah. I'm gonna
Tascan over here.
No, it's yummy. It's
yummy.
It's like a little heavy. Like everything here is like fried. But
I go buy 2 more, one for me and one for Troy.
Mm-hmm.
snacking,
Guys,
popping them.
Stay focused. The British could be coming any second.
The British already came. I don't think we need to worry about
The
that.
British can come again. I had that experience with a British man when I was traveling in
Excuse me?
2017.
Yeah.
Dinah, wow.
I'm telling you, I know the British can come again.
Wow.
Anyway.
So I'm looking for like a suspicious ship flying the Union Jack. I'm looking for something obvious.
Where do our magical eyes point?
Yeah.
I'll
Do me a roll.
I'll do a be vigilant roll.
Can I help on this roll?
Sure. Roll 3d6 and take
thank
the
you.
better 2. I don't know if that's a thing,
awesome.
but it is now.
Because
I
of
forget how
advantage,
it
I
works.
got double 6s, baby. So that's a 11.
So yeah, so 10 plus, so you get to hold 3 and you get to ask me 3 questions.
Ooh. Are there any dangers that I haven't noticed?
Yeah, you notice that the same wind feeling that you got in front of the school after practice, it seems very windy near the lighthouse.
Very windy near the lighthouse.
Yep.
The rest of these questions are not helpful. Okay, how about what's my best way in to the lighthouse?
Up the stairs. It's not like it's
Okay, so that was
no
a waste
one's
of it.
guarding it. It's the lighthouse. Like people like go up there at like night, right, and like do like graffiti and stuff. It's not...
Right.
Like, the British are coming.
Okay, sure. Right.
And I can't see another way to use one of these questions. So, I will leave it at that.
Just ask one.
That's
What
fine.
seems to be the monster's weakness, Adriana?
What monster?
He-
The lighthouse. The lighthouse is the monster.
The lighthouse is the monster.
The weakness is the batteries will run out eventually.
It doesn't seem very structurally sound.
We gotta be careful. All right. So,
And if
Go
you
ahead.
act on these answers in a meaningful way, you get +1 to your ongoing rolls in this scene.
I'm going for it. So I'm saying, you guys, something seems to be going on over at the lighthouse. I think we should go check that out.
I mean, lights guided boats, and the British came by boat, so that could be on.
That's a very good point, Rowan.
Yeah, thank you.
Let's head. You
No.
ready, Trey?
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Okay, so you finish eating, you clean up, you put like the trays of food back. Yeah, and you enter the lighthouse. It's Dinah's probably been here a couple times, maybe Troy, definitely not Rowan. But there's no lighting in here. It's really dark, even though it's late afternoon, but the inside is so enclosed, like a full cylinder, that it's really hard to see. But with the guidance of your friends who've been here, you kind of meander your way up the stairs to the top, where the light is, and it's not functional. It's not functional, but you've seen it work somehow. And when you get up there, you feel that very strong breeze again. And you see, oddly enough, lining like on the outside of like the rail, a bunch of little toy ships.
I didn't
Okay,
see these last time I was here.
nobody touch them. Hold on.
Dinah was about to. She was
The way that they're placed might be important. I like escape rooms. There's one in town. I know it's a small town.
The town
and
has
I've
like
done
a
it. I've done
Right.
it 7 times.
It's like a student-run haunted house,
but like
escape
surprisingly
room.
successful. Like a surprisingly successful escape room.
Yeah.
I like puzzles, but I don't like being scared, so
Hmm.
he kind of like backs up behind Troy.
I'm going to take a look at these boats. Can you give us a description of how many, what they look like?
Yeah,
How they
there
do.
are like 12 of these toy boats. They're like this big, this wide. They look really finely made. And they're wooden. They're not plastic like modern toys. And they bear a striking resemblance to what actual ships of that era would look like.
How many Union Jacks?
Don't make me. I don't know. And they don't bear any symbols, any flags. They're very classic ships. When you get closer and you inspect them, you can actually see, don't touch it, but you can see a couple sailors on the ships. And you see on one particular, the one that's like to the most direct view of the whole cape, like where you'd be looking if you wanted the nicest view. You see some sailors kind of frozen in midair off the ship, like they're falling down to drown, like they've fallen off.
This is the best toy I've ever seen.
I want to look pretty closely.
Well made.
Yeah, I want to look closely at the little dudes.
Yeah.
Okay.
What I mean, do they look like wooden as well?
So Dinah tries to look at like all the dolls on all the ships, and as you approach that same boat that Troy was looking at, you hear a slow creak as the tiny little dolls start to move, and they all group up in front of you, and they kind of like pile and writhe together, and you see them transform into still dolls, but slightly bigger shaped. And you can tell these are little toy British soldiers from the war.
You guys.
And they're now all standing one.
And they're all what?
Standing in a circle, like one in front of each ship around each of the 12. So there are 12 dolls around you.
You guys.
I'm gonna go.
Should we just leave?
Yeah.
And as you leave, they all try to attack you.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
I'm doing that. I don't know how attacks work in this game. So we're gonna figure it out together. I assume I roll like plus physical or something. If anyone knows, please save your DM.
I believe that's what it is.
I kind of Doctor Strange it up. Sorry, this is just my flavor. I'm like.
I believe you roll Clash, Adriana.
I roll Clash, Lord. See, the weird thing is that like the examples that they give you, I think because this is such a narrative game, like Dice don't Super Matter. I think I just do the thing. I don't think I have to roll. I think you have to roll.
Oh,
okay. So, but I'm seeing Clash.
It's weird, but so. Yeah, so as they're moving to attack you with their muskets drawn, what do you all transform? What do you do? You get like reactions first.
Yeah, so probably I'll slide on my gloves. Ha!
Yeah, what's your element?
Light.
Yeah, so you're lucky that it's broad daylight.
And that I'm at the lighthouse.
And you're at the lighthouse. So your bright light isn't too bright. The sun's out.
What was our drawback again? Was it that it's noticeable?
Obvious.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, in that case, sorry everyone. My transformation is based on me doing whistle calls.
Okay.
I pull out my saber and I transform. It's like a cool toss and a flourish, and then I turn into auxiliary.
Yeah, you do like a relatively quieter, like a sword shing. Not like the other fucking.
So I want to imagine. Sorry, Troy, if I may add just a little bit of flavor. I want to imagine like the two of us, like it's like big and bright, but it's pretty quiet.
Mm-hmm.
And then like we both finish and we're ready, and then it's like, whee!
It's like, and then like you just see like the costume come on, and then I'll do like one last long one, and then the mace is out. So it's just like 3 whistles.
All right.
Okay. Yeah, so they're gonna like close in on you. They get closer, but you notice they're not walking like normal creatures. So when they step off the little ledge, they just keep going straight, like they're floating. And you can see just a very tiny string still attached to the ship, to the toy ships. And they get a little bit closer and they shoot you at point blank.
And we die, and we fucking die.
Do any of you guys have armor?
Nope.
No. So because there's 12 of them and 3 of you, you each take 4 damage.
Holy shit.
And now we're critical. We're dead.
That's it.
Remember, when you get to below half health, you gain 1 point in your power pool.
Why can't I delete this? Okay, that's fine. I'll just write it there.
And then you guys each get a turn. You can do whatever you want.
Now that I've transformed, I'm no longer trying to run because my fear fight comes into play, and I'm not going to attempt to hit any of the soldiers in front of me, but instead I'm going to either try and sever the string that we see, or push or use the mace to push boats off the side.
Yeah, all right. Roll me plus physical, and depending what you get, we'll see how many you do.
I got a 9. Wait, plus my 1 from fight, so 10 total.
You got a 10 total. That's amazing. So you kind of your goal was to snap the one nearest you, but you end up not pushing, but you end up cutting that little ribbon for 3 of them, and you watch as these larger dolls disassemble mystically with a gust of fog and go back to their tiny places on the ship. Now there are 9 of them left.
Oh no. Yeah, I will use my sword and try to cut some of the ropes.
Yeah, roll me a plus physical.
That's a 7.
Yeah, you cut one off. It's not very great. It's not the best use of your ability necessarily. So you attack it, but it also gets a chance to attack you back. As you get close, it shoots it turns and it shoots as your arm right before disappearing into a little bit of fog and reappearing on the ship. So you just take 1 damage.
Do we get the power pool if we're at half health or below half?
I think below half.
Okay.
Then I am going to laser blast one of the ships. Or the people. I'm gonna do the figures.
Okay.
So I'm just gonna with my laser beam.
Yeah, roll me however your thing works.
So I think it makes sense to me that I would roll mystical rather than physical.
Sure. Yeah.
Okay. So that comes out to 8.
Okay, and how much damage does your...
It doesn't say, it just says...
1.
Oh, okay. 1. It says far and wounding is what it says.
Yeah, so
wounding
those...
is 2.
Yeah, so those are the
sick.
cool weapon tags that I was asking if anyone has any questions about. So far is for weapons that are most effective from a distance up to 300 feet away.
300? Sick.
And so wounding is for a ranged weapon. It gives the weapon a base of 2 damage.
Oh, okay, great. Thank you.
Yes.
Awesome.
So you do 2 damage to it, but unlike your friends, you're going straight just for an attack on it. You're not trying to push the ship off. You're not cutting the string. And you notice that the brightness of your light kind of singes the wood, but this is very strong wood, and it doesn't take as much damage as you were hoping.
Ah, okay.
That's my way of saying it has 1 armor.
Yeah, okay. Okie doke.
Armor.
And they're all gonna fire off another round. There's 8 of them. And 2 each are gonna hit you. And then the other 2 are going to try to restrain the people that have been killing them off. So Rowan and Troy. Can you each make a physical roll for me.
Sorry, and you said we all take 2 damage? Okay.
Which we all get power pool, I'm sure, at this point.
Yeah.
Probably.
I got a 10.
Did you say
Perfect.
physical? Sorry.
Yes, plus physical.
Oh boy. I got another experience point. 6.
Oh no. Okay. So you watch as Rowan, you kind of just duck out of the way. But Troy, they shoot at you, but this time no, bullets come out. It's more of like a net. It's glowing, but it's not a tangible net. It too, like the rest of these weird auras, is kind of made of like fog. And you're now restrained. You are held in place and cannot move away by your own power. Temporary conditions can be overcome with a thwart peril or keep your wits about you move, depending on what the thing is.
Ah, dang, they got me. Hey, hey.
Yeah, and you see like a dark cloud kind of encircling Troy and restraining his movement. What would you like to do, the rest of y'all? There are 8 creatures left.
Okay, I'm gonna roll 1 step ahead and try to, outsmart these guys. You have thought about every outcome and always have a contingency.
Yes.
I was ready for little men on tiny ships.
Hey, Adriana, where do we go to look at what we can do with our power pool?
So I have it's one of the 3 docks that I made for you.
Oh, okay.
Power pool.
Great. Thank you.
Okay, so I rolled a 9. On a 7 through 9.
On a 7, yeah.
Yeah, 1 ally gains an ongoing +1 in the current situation.
Cool.
So, Troy, I'll give that to you because you're in danger.
Thanks.
How would you like to describe your 1 step ahead to give Troy a little bit of a boost?
Yeah,
I'll flourish a little bit of a boost, I should say.
Yeah, I'll kind of like look around, see what's going on, and I'll just inform Troy like where their positions are and how he could like possibly get out of the net.
So going on that, Adriana, can you I'll explain that, but I want you to explain like how they're laid out, like where the little dudes are.
Yeah, okay. So Troy, Flourish, you hear just Rowan's you hear auxiliary giving you very thorough instructions and options and technical, tactical.
I appreciate your feedback and I will take it into account. Thank you.
Yeah. So Divine, you see, so the 4, so again, this is like the circle for the lighthouse. The stairs are here. Okay. The actual part, the display thing, is here, and there were 3 ships here. They're dead. So imagine like 4 quadrants of a circle, right? 3, 3, 3, 3 to make up. Or nope. Yes. What's 4 times 3? Yeah, I did it right. I did math, you guys. Yeah. So there are 3 on each of the quadrants, and you've taken out like 1 and some a little bit.
And so we're still kind of in the middle of these.
Yeah, I assume. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So if I can, right now, I understand attacking them head on is not going to work. I see these strings, so I kind of want to take a side step and sort of I want to like blast a laser through the strings of a set of some of them in one of the quadrant.
Yeah, that'll be tricky to like get the right angle on it because it's a circle and not a straight line.
I suppose so. Okay, so.
But it's also just like it's magic.
I want to kind of sweep it. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So just roll me a thing.
I will roll you another mystical, and I'm taking a look at my power pool to see if I want to spend. Do I have to spend these before I roll? Probably would assume so.
Probably.
I think the only thing we have right now is a +1 anyway.
Yeah. You know what? I think you're right. It's probably not worth it. Okay. So I'm gonna roll a mystical. 10.
That was an excellent roll. And because it's a 10 plus, you end up knocking 3 of them out.
Nice. I've been rolling pretty
You've
well.
Got like the 2 sides on like if this is like top down, right? The left part is just gone.
Nice.
And you've got 5 little buggers on one side left. And happy with how. Oh no, Flourish, you didn't go. Go do your thing.
No, I started that round. Didn't I?
No, I think I
Oh.
started.
No, I
that.
think you just
Oh,
got
okay.
restrained. I don't think
Yeah,
you
you got
actually did
restrained,
anything.
and then I gave you the
Yeah.
In that case, I will try to be. You said I could do be vigilant or thwart peril, correct?
Yeah, it's just like try and get out.
Yes. So I'm gonna thwart peril, and I'm gonna get myself out of this situation, by basically just ripping the net off of myself. So I get to roll plus physical,
Mm-hmm.
and then I have a +1 from auxiliary. So I got an 11.
Amazing. On a 10 plus, you do what you set out to do. And with one of your many whistle calls, you like find the right combination, and the darkness kind of just dissipates off of you.
Thank you very much. Let's do this.
Yes, and now the 5 that are left, 2 of them are going to attack. One at auxiliary, one at divine. So you each take a point of damage. And
Yikes.
then the other 3 are going to try and restrain you all. Roll me a plus physical.
Do I have a +1 to everything right now? Kate,
No.
Oh no.
No, I think
Forever?
it's the
Current situation. Yeah.
Oh,
Which
okay.
this is the current situation, right? So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, the rope thing was, because then there's the current scene.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was.
So it's
scene.
just because I
Okay.
rolled bad. Sorry.
Okay.
You rolled fine, Caitlin.
I am getting
I
an
could do better.
yeah. I'm getting an experience point. I rolled a 5.
So you're restrained.
Ooh, I rolled a 12.
Ooh.
Double 6.
Yeah, you take your sword and you just slash
Yeah.
I got an 8.
What does that mean?
right through it.
What?
Yeah, we managed to dodge most of it, and only like the bottom half of your body is encircled.
Well, can't march, but I can still do hand movements.
Yeah.
Yeah, you still can. And what would the rest of you like to do on your set of turns?
Is it a new turn and that I
Yes.
can do something? Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try and do the same thing. I'm gonna try and sever as many. Whoa, no, my camera.
Why have you done this?
I'm just gonna turn me off real quick and then see if that helps.
How dare you? The fog
I
has
know.
taken him.
Yes. He's been taken by the fog.
There
There we
is.
go. He's back.
You got Troy back.
My camera's being weird. Anyway,
It-
Yeah, roll.
yeah, I'm gonna try and do the same thing. Clash. Ba-da-ba-bo, bo, 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 bo. I
Oh.
got another experience point. I rolled 2 1s.
Yoink. The
So-
double natty 1.
You know, life is good. For a lucky character. Mm-mm.
Yeah. Cool. Auxiliary divine.
How many are left of these?
5.
5.
You've seen your allies take out max 3, sometimes none, sometimes 1.
I'm gonna try to get out of the restraints. So would that be a clash? Or throw peril, I mean?
Yeah, it can be a thwart peril.
Or can I do keep your wits about you? Is that an option for this one as well?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. I'll say yes.
A total of 6.
Oof. Yeah, so the text for 7 to 9, a mixed success, is you hesitate, flinch, or question yourself. The GM will offer you a worse outcome, a hard choice, or an extra price you must pay to succeed. You don't get to succeed anyways. And you, while you're restrained, you take a moment to like not even think about the threat in front of you, and you look down, and you notice people have heard the chaos that's
Yeah.
going on.
Probably heard the chaos, seen the lasers.
Heard those whistles.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you see a few people trying to like get out their phones and like zoom in on what's happening.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna go with again, and try to give y'all some help. Oh no. Oh no. Wait, +2. Okay. Oh no. I get an experience point for that.
Oh no.
Okay.
Hold on. On a 6 or less, your careful planning puts your friends in danger. You gain the self-doubting and isolated conditions.
You do get those.
Are you gonna
So self-doubting, you've lost faith in yourself, affecting your persona stat. Take a -1 to persona. Isolated, you feel like no one likes you. Take a -1 to emotional.
Yep. How long do I have those for?
Till you can fix them.
Cool.
At the end of the day, probably.
Cool.
Yeah, there's no. Those are. Yeah, those are more. These are permanent negative conditions. Like they're longer than just a temporary thing.
Oh, God.
Yeah. How did you try to help them? Describe that to me.
Oh boy. Okay, they were both, in ropes this time. So I tried to kind of move forward and give like a position of everyone, but I think I just got overwhelmed. They were in danger. I was scared. And instead of like giving them accurate positions, I kind of just told the dolls their weaknesses.
What? How do you do that by accident?
I don't know what's your weakness.
I don't know, probably darkness or something.
I am flesh and bone, dolls.
Self-doubt, I think, would be mine. But
yes, so you see the dolls now are attacking with an extra vengeance at the other two. So this actually saves auxiliary from taking damage, but the rest of you take much more.
Hey, dolls! Her parents try to buy her affection. like, whoa, dude. Whoa.
I'm like, Dinah doesn't like the dark.
One of you call heads or tails. Pick someone. Call it heads. Okay. Divine, you take that extra point of damage. So you take 3.
I'm so sorry.
I'm dead.
2.
Yeah, Divine's gonna be down. Oh no.
I'm dead, yeah.
Yeah, you're not dead.
I'm mutilated on the ground. Guts spilled.
Okay, roll a plus persona for me.
Okay, 11.
Amazing. So I'm gonna give you a list and you're gonna choose 3 things that don't happen. So 1, you fall unconscious. 2, you transform back to your everyday identity. 3, you get captured. 4, you gain an enfeebled condition. So you can pick 3 that don't occur, or just tell me which one does.
I'm gonna turn back into my normal form.
Okay, yeah. So you no longer have your magical weapon. You are still restrained, but
do I have health now, or okay?
You're just a person.
You're just a person now.
Meanwhile,
like if you get hit, you figure this is gonna happen again.
Meanwhile, Rowan's like sobbing, and she's like, "Dinah, this is all my fault. I'm so sorry."
Yeah. It's all your turn again.
Hey, is there an item that's very useful? Maybe not in this situation, but just a useful item.
Okay. Do you want to just read that flavor text, what my brain thinks, for
sure.
the people watching?
So, the Fool's Luck. Sometimes your proclivity for goofing around uncovers something useful. Let the GM know if you want to find something randomly useful and important. It may not be related to the immediate threat or situation. Uh-oh.
You find this like super interesting key that seems like so important, and then we all die. And then
This is
man.
difficult.
What's that thing that you give people who are overdosing?
Adrenaline? I don't know.
Adrenaline.
Beozar or whatever.
Narcan?
I don't know.
Okay.
You're not overdosing. You're
I was gonna say you find like a sealed container with like a sealed needle, so it's unused, that uses pump me with adrenaline and get me back in the game.
Yeah. You see on the floor, because you're goofing. When your friends had been running around, you accidentally like stepped on a loose plank. But below it, you uncover another toy, but this time in the shape of a cape.
Cool.
I found
that
a cool
doesn't-
cape.
Yeah, that doesn't have to be your action, I don't think, because that's just like a thing.
Do I have an idea of what this cape is just immediately?
Not right now.
Okay, I have a cool cape, but anyway,
Awesome, Troy. Thank you, Troy.
Look, I found it. Anyway, I'm still restrained, kinda, and I'm gonna just try and hit as many of them as I can again.
Please do that.
Please do that.
That is double 6. I did the opposite. So 14 or something like that.
A million. You take 3 of them out. There's 2 standing. You're real close to victory. Real
Okay,
close.
I'm gonna do it. I take my sword. I go for those last 2. Ooh, okay. 10.
Amazing. You take the 2 out.
Nice.
You've defeated these strange toys, and you see just the rest of the boats are back to how they were, just decorating the lighthouse.
I run over to Dinah.
Divine is like, I mean, you're all very exhausted.
Yeah.
I'm injured.
Dinah.
Uh,
Oh my
so
God, Dinah, this is all my fault. I'm so sorry. And I like get the ropes off of you.
I'm gonna revert. I'm gonna stop being this person so I can not be that person. Hey, what the heck?
You guys,
We need to rehearse.
There are people coming.
We do need to rehearse. That was all my fault.
And you hear now footsteps coming up the lighthouse.
I revert back to Rowan.
Okay.
If anyone asks, we're shooting a movie.
I'm going invisible. I'm using one with the air and I'm going invisible.
Huh? You are?
You're just leaving us again?
Okay.
That
Troy,
only lasts 30 seconds.
sure.
I do it though. I do it.
That's fine. Troy, what are you doing?
So I'm. Do we have phones? Do we have cell phones?
Yes. Are you still in your hero form?
No. I've already reverted. I already reverted.
Okay. I don't know. I missed it.
I pull out my cell phone, and I start filming.
Sure. Yeah.
Are the nets? Did the nets apparate, or are they still?
Yeah, they were like fog. They're not real. You all do look a little bit like injured though, and that doesn't change as you hear the the bottom, like the trapdoor style thing, open, and you see the red hair of everyone's favorite dive shack owner, Turnip
Nice.
Bellwater, peek her head.
Bellwater?
That's
Don't
her
think
name.
about
Bro, his parents did not help him out.
Turnip Bellwater. It's great. And she peeks her head up. She's
Gee,
like,
sorry.
"Oh, oi. Are you all right? We saw quite a bit of or heard, I guess, a lot of commotion.
Oh,
What
yeah.
are you doing to the decorations up here? This is a historic landmark. You better not be breaking anything."
We're not breaking anything. Turnip, beautiful, great lobster rolls, by the way. We're just making a movie.
How did that scene turn out, Troy? How did that look?
It looked really good. The makeup came out great, by the way.
Thank you.
Troy, I'd like you to roll me a convince someone. So through charm, when you want to get someone to take your course of action or just like believe you, roll plus emotional.
And I think I'm
So
helping
you're trying
him
to
out.
convince. You also look like you're almost dead, which is very suspicious.
Okay, all right, fair enough.
So roll a plus emotional to convince Turnip that's everything's okay, nothing to worry about. Just go back about.
That's my best stat, and I got a 5 total.
Oh,
I rolled a 1 and a 2, so another experience.
Wow, how much
point to roll
XP do you
for.
have right now?
4.
Turnip does not believe you. She's like, right, a movie. Oh yeah, all right. I'll make sure the mayor has some townsfolk come check on this place. But get out of here. You're not allowed in here anymore. Come on, back to the dive shack. Buy some crap.
Anymore? Turnip, you're.
Yeah, you're banned. Sorry. Do I have to tell your parents?
I like that Turnip is like the de facto leader of the beach. Like she like owns everything on the beach.
Right.
Do I have to tell your parents? Because I
No.
will.
Turnip.
I mean,
Dang
you know
it.
I don't like to, but I don't know what you're doing up here. Get out.
All right, Turnip.
And she
anything,
ushers
Turnip.
you out of the building, and you find yourself just at the calm waters.
Where the heck is Rowan?
Mm.
And I reappear. Sorry.
Hi, Rowan.
I don't like authority.
You're 0 for 2 today.
Luna, I'm really sorry. Okay.
Sure, whatever. I can't stay mad at you.
I can stay mad at both of you. What the heck? We're
What-
all
what did
summer.
I do?
Nothing.
What did I do?
We get powers and we don't talk about it for a whole summer.
I'm sorry. My parents took a vacation to California. I couldn't just come back to New England.
Yeah, I don't have anything to say. You're absolutely right.
Did you go to Britland?
I went to Britland.
Is that when you met that person?
No, that was a couple years ago. What a tryst. But yeah, I'm sorry. I should have said something, Troy. I just didn't know what to do.
You didn't even make it back in time for band camp. You understand what that means, right? Neither of you can be a section leader this year.
I was there. Did you not see me?
Oh yeah, invisible again, Rowan?
I wasn't meaning to be invisible. I'm just quiet, okay?
What if she was invisible the whole time? She just thought people were ignoring her, but she just was invisible.
She just didn't realize she was invisible.
I had a
already
lot
know
of
it's not good enough to
inner
be-
work to do,
okay?
Troy.
You don't have to rub it in, Troy.
All right. Well, we need to figure this out.
You're right. I'm sorry, Troy. How are we gonna get back in the lighthouse?
I don't think the lighthouse is the important thing here. I think
What?
what's important.
We just got attacked by a bunch of little mini figurines. We have no
is this
idea why.
cape. I just found a cool cape. Look at this thing. Look at it.
You found a cape.
Yep. Up
Where?
there.
Find the cape.
I found it up there. What's this cape?
Are you kidding me?
No. Friends, what's this cape?
I'm going to
Friends.
glimpse the truth on this cape.
Sure. Rowan, you can just look at it.
Okay.
Yeah, you look at it. And you're the smart one, right? So you take a moment and like you turn it over and it's stiff. It is like stiff. And you notice it's not actually really a cape. It's more like a jacket, and you make out like the detailed markings on it. And it's small, it's like toy sized.
Is it a red coat by any
It's a
chance?
red coat. How did you know what I was gonna say?
Troy, this isn't a cape. It's a red coat.
All right. I don't need your.
The British are coming.
I checked the pockets. Are there pockets? I checked the pockets.
Nothing.
Well,
You find half of a burned American flag.
Yeah.
finally, rebellion. Yes. No.
The British are coming to take us back over.
I knew this would happen. The Queen would never be satisfied until you were back under her
That
thumb.
as you start poking around the pockets, you notice like the more you tug it, it's actually really stretchy. And it starts like that stiffness of the material, like it had been like frozen, starts to relax. And you realize like maybe I can like put my arm through it. And you do, and it fits
Oh yeah. No,
Somehow.
I put this on.
magically.
Troy, should you be putting that on?
It might uncover the truth.
Or
it might
turn
make me
you
look cool.
British.
You have +1 armor.
Oi! I've been turned into a Brit. I have.
It's that one episode of Teen Titans.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, but I'm sorry, Adriana. What were you saying?
You get +1 armor.
+1 armor.
And maybe you can lie to someone about being British. I don't know.
Oi, oi, oi.
What's all this then?
Hello, governor.
Yes. So I'll say because you're low health, you probably shouldn't do anything dangerous. I'm just gonna put that out there.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
But would we like to skip to like the end of day mechanic?
Yeah.
Are there other like conversations you want to have?
No, I was just.
No,
Go ahead. Go ahead, Trey.
I think this is something we should probably, I hate to say it, do some homework on.
And remember, you do have your mystical creature that you can ask a question of.
Don't know if I'm ready for John C.
I don't know. I'm kind of at a loss here. I feel like we should talk to him.
I think we should. I don't know though. My choices have been getting us in trouble, so I don't think I should be making the choices.
Rowan, you can't second doubt yourself like that.
All right, I'll make the choice for her. We'll talk to John C.
All right, let's go to the woods, not the scary woods.
Oh, the nice woods. Yeah, I hate the scary woods. We'll go to the nice woods. I'm with you.
We're just gonna find somewhere quiet. So
we see a family like packing up from a
Yeah,
picnic, and like it's a very nice.
You go
forest.
to Main Street, and
We go to Main Street.
yes, and you go to a statue because that feels
that feels right.
a little more obvious than the woods.
I don't know. I don't want to talk to a ghost in the middle of.
That's where his statue is.
All right.
And like his toe on the statue is like rubbed shiny because everybody touches it for good luck.
Good luck, for sure. Yeah, so someone gets to roll 2d6.
Just straight 2d6, no stats. Okay.
It's just a chance roll.
I'll go for
I'm not gonna do
See what
it.
you get.
On if you get a bad number, we're gonna blame
I got an 8.
Okay, so John C. Crawford isn't sure what's happening, but he has your back. You gain +1 on all of your next rolls. So just mark that down.
The next seed.
Just your whatever you roll next.
Oh, sorry.
Not even like the next scene.
Gotcha.
Yeah. And now it's the end of day mechanic. That's gonna close it off. So you can, to recover, your HP or a condition, you can roll plus emotional if you're with your friends, or plus persona if you're going at it alone. On any successful result, the player can reestablish a relationship with another player who's present in the scene. That no one broke their relationships. Depending what you roll, you can either heal, you can remove a condition, things. Okay. Probably you want to heal on your HP.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to get rid of my condition. Can you do both or just one?
I think just one, but I don't like that. So I'll tell you based on your roll. Are you all, you spent the day together after school, so I would say plus emotional if you can.
Yeah, because my emotional is better than my persona.
All right. My total is 9.
Dice fell off my desk.
You're all healed, Divine. You rest, you sleep good. You're a little worried, but
cool, awesome.
I got a 10.
Yeah, you can heal up, remove any negative conditions. I don't think you had any.
Got
just restrained.
9.
Yeah, but that's temporary. You got out of it.
Oh wait, plus the one on the next roll, I got a 10.
Oh, 11 then.
Yeah. So you all rolled a bajillion. You're all healed. You get rid of any conditions.
Yay!
I'm gonna homebrew that.
Ellen goes back to her normal self-doubting.
Regular self-doubt. Yeah. So cool. You all wake up the next morning. Your parents are there. I don't know about your personal lives, but you show up to school. Dinah has a car, and so she shows up in fashion, like right before the bell, and you all share a homeroom, and you're greeted by the usual morning announcements from the principal, but at the end of the announcements, you hear a sharp, sudden change in her tone, and when she says, I am sorry to announce that as of 3:07 a.m. last night, the police found someone had drowned. Shock ripples through the students around you because it's such a small town. Very few accidents or crimes really occur, and of things that go wrong, it's usually like pranks gone wrong, some of which you may or may not have been responsible for. And she continues, please observe the next 5 minutes of silence with me in honor of the recently passed Clark Brown, a beloved brother, son, and student. The 5 minutes of silence pass, but towards the end, you all hear an electrical buzz coming from the speaker. When the microphone gets like hit.
Feedback.
Hear this haunting voice that echoes say, believe nothing you hear, and only one half that you see. And then as if nothing happened, you hear the principal resume, the police will be investigating and we ask for your ongoing cooperation. Thank you. And the announcements end. Your teacher looks a little frazzled. You start the day off strong with math. And that's where we'll continue next time.
Ooh, spicy.
Wow.
Question, do we know Clark Brown? I mean, I'm assuming, yeah, it's a small
Sure, yeah. Yeah, I mean, you're not like close with him like you are with your friends.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, you all know him.
Or went out for the homie.
Yeah.
Clark Brown.
But yeah, he drowned.
Damn.
Apparently.
Okay.
I'm gonna go. And this isn't a joke. I'm gonna go prep the band to play taps.
All right.
I usually joke about these things, but
Yeah.
Man, I'm excited to see where this is gonna go.
Yeah, how we feeling?
I'm
Good.
intrigued.
Yeah.
I like the mystery.
What's going on?
What is going on?
Man,
I have no
combat is
clue.
already scaring me because
Yeah.
really, like, I was down to 2 health, Matan, you were out.
I mean, there's only we only have 2 sessions and we did out of
Yeah.
combat. I'm not gonna pull any
Luckily,
punches.
Glitter Hearts is a little bit nicer than other Powered by the Apocalypse games, where you'd probably be dead right now.
You fight a couple 12-inch tall men. They team wipe you.
No, you're not dead. You're all magical superheroes.
Right.
You're
All right, and I guess,
It's gonna be fine.
Yeah.
as you said, that it's going to do it for episode 1.
Heck yeah.
Woo.
So thank you everybody for watching. We love making this content. We love doing these tabletop games, these all sorts of other things, like our more short form content, our Film Students React series, our weekly podcast. You can find all of that on our YouTube channel. A lot of it is also posted on audio platforms. Not this, but a lot of our other
Not
content.
this. We could though.
We could, you might lose some, but we could. You can support us on Patreon if you like our content and want to help us make more. That's patreon.com/rewind_replay, which is also in the link below, as well as all of our Twitch channels if you want to check those out. Any final words, you guys?
Stay glittery.
Stay glittery.
Chowder.
Catch you next time. Bye.
Bye.